Hello everyone, Joey Johnson here. I'm going to walk through how I tie a jig. Today I'll be using a 1/16 ounce Minnow Rider by ProBuilt Jig. It's got a Gamakatsu hook in it. These are awesome, strong, sharp hooks. So first thing we're going to do, we've mounted our jig head in our vise. I've got a little Apex vise. I bought it Bass Pro. I pre-cut a couple things here. My tinsel, use silver tinsel. I'm going to use a white neck hackle off a rooster. This is the same jig that I caught my 3.38 pound crappie off of last weekend. I'm watching it snow outside right now, so what better time to be inside tying jigs. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start just midway back here. I'm going to go back and forth one time, get to a point here. This thing's going to spin, it always does. Take a pair of pliers or scissors here, clip that. This is a bobbin holding white thread. Got a pair of scissors. I've got a little tinsel holder here and the whip tool. This is probably the most important part, tying off your jig at the very end. Okay, so now that I've tied or wrapped some string around it there, I'm going to measure off. I like my feather to come right off the end. I'm going to clip. You can see I've got this feather here. I'm just going to overlay it just past to where I tied off, and I'm going to get a good firm string. I'm not even going to take it all the way to the head, and I'll come back. Next thing I'll do is I'll add we got some flash, they call it crystal flash here. I put it back in here. Just get it long, strong enough. And then you can, if you feel like you want to clip some of it off or let it dangle, it goes out to about the edge of my feathers there, so I'm good with that. Now, with this extra feather here that you have, there's plenty of good stuff still left on that. And I just pinch some and I grab it and pull it off there, kind of on both sides there. Grab me some. I've got a little bit more there I can tie on. If it gets too fray, you can wet it down with your mouth. There, I've got it tied on there. So I think I've got enough hair, feathers off the back end of that. So now it's time to add I've pre-cut a little piece here of silver tinsel. Lay it on there to where I can grab a hold of it there. Get plenty wrapped in with it. Take it all the way, my string, all the way back to the jig head here. Then I'm just going to pull enough. This is going to dangle just right there for right now, because the reason why is I'm going to grab some super glue, and I'm going to pinch just a small drop just right there on that thread and string. That way it keeps it from sliding around. You don't really have to do that, but your jig will last just a little bit longer. Now I'm going to roll it, wrap it all the way back up to the top. And right there, I'm going to take one wrap, and I go ahead this is probably the most important part here. You hook your line like this, you got a little triangle here, and I do 2 whips. I undo it there, pull it, let it get tight. I kind of put some pressure, and I actually do it one more time here. That's your slack. Then pull it, and you cut it, and there you have your finished jig. Pretty good. That right there is what I caught my 338 on. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe and share them. I sure appreciate it. Until the next time, stay safe on the water.